Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. You know the cards I made last night, these beautiful cards. I wanted to make a little packet or something to put them in. I didn't want to make a box because it's very cliche, there's cards in a box, blah blah blah. So I scouted the internet today and a lovely lady called, Michelle Tate, is it, I think, or Zoe Tate, something like that. The back porch stamper, I think her name is. Oh, I will get it right, and I will put her name in the description bar below because I've got the page set up, but because I've got my focal point on, she did one of, it's like this, it's a little wallet, perfect if your cards are small like the Americans. Back porch stamper, something, stamping on the back porch, something like that. Anyway, I will find her name. And you just slot your cards in behind the ribbon. But mine were hanging out over the top because I want to send them with the cellophane bags and the envelopes, but they were too big. Don't get me wrong, perfect for note cards, maybe the tall skinny ones. Yeah, so this is beautiful, and all I did was take off a card front and stuck it onto the front as the lady did, but I didn't want to waste another card, for one. There's no gluing involved apart from sticking this down. There's just some whole score lines, some little snips, a couple of holes, and away to go. You could just, like I say, cut up a card front and put that on the front like that lady did. And sorry I'm calling her that lady, because until I know her name, I don't want to say something that's wrong. So I used one of my card fronts, like I say, for the front. What a perfect way to give a gift, with some little note cards in. So I went a step further and did this one, and I based it on the front of this card because it was my favourite one. Enjoy, so happy for you. But they've all got a different meaning. They've got this one, which I wanted to emphasise designer series paper as your focal point. So I only added words and maybe a little sentiment. So we've got enjoy, so happy for you. Congrats on one more year. They're all seaside themes as well. You are my sunshine. Lovely little seahorse cut out. This one just says hello, and it's got these beautiful fish and coral and starfish on. And then love is in the air with this gorgeous anchor with all flowers wrapped around it, and they've all got foil on. So what I said I would do is I would find something now to pop them in and do a giveaway. So I hope you like them. They're so cute and so easy to make. And I've got 5 cards in here, comfortable. You could, I suppose, depending on the bulk, you could probably get 6, maybe even 8 cards, it depends. And it's all with this beautiful, held on with this beautiful ribbon that was gifted to me by the gorgeous Georgie Burns. So there's my cards, tucked away lovely inside there. And they don't poke out the top anymore. But you could, I suppose you could get quite a few, depending on how much of a bulk you wanted, but, you know, I thought it was just super cute and something I can post out quite simply to 2 lucky people who are, if you leave me a nice comment, I will enter you into a draw to win one of these. Only in the UK though, I'm sorry, the US folks, postage for this would be about £14. I know, it's horrendous, the postage, and as it's just a little giveaway, I could probably get away with a large letter with this, if I could get it, the bow tied again. Look at me faffing around, oops. But yeah, and they tuck in there, beautiful. So you could be the recipient of one of these pouches with those 5 cards inside. And that's sweet. So I've just taken a piece of, as the lady did as well. Hers was 11 by 8.5. This is where she got her depth from as well. See, with the UK, these are only 8.25. Yeah, So just take your score tool. I'm going to score this at 5 7/8. Whoops, I nearly did 4 7/8. One side is a tiny little fraction, so I'm leaving the fraction one as the back piece. And then I'm going to score this at 1.5. The other lady scored hers at 5.5 and 2. And that's what I did with this one. I cut this down to 11 and I scored at 5.5 and 2 to give a bigger flap inside. But that's where the confusion was with the bulk. I wanted my cards to fit inside there, and they fit lovely, look, and they've got a gap either side. But then we've got the turnover. So how simple is this? You'll see how simple this is to make in a moment. So I'm going to score the bottom first, and then we're going to open it up and score. But I want to really burnish, so I'm scoring on both sides, and it tends to keep that flap. It keeps it closed. So with these, we're going to mitre from the score line, just to take a fraction off. And I mean a fraction, it's barely that size. And again, we're going to do it from this side. See what I mean about the tiniest little... I don't want to put that back in my trimmer, just to remove that tiny little fraction. So you just cut them as normal. And I'm putting them in my little tin. Love this. So now, open and close, and there is that wonderful little flap. Isn't that cute and quick? Sorry, I didn't mean to put that out of camera. So again, I'm just going to burnish my score lines. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to mark 3 3/8 because that will take me to 5 7/8. And I'm going up. Yes, 3 3/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me open them. No, that was right. Close it. Say 3. It doesn't really make any odds. I'm going to go 3.5. And I'm just going to go in about a quarter of an inch. And the same on this side. So I need to flip that from there now, don't I? 3.5. Flip. And go in about 3.5. There we go. That's all I'm doing. Now I'm going to take my crocodile and I'm just going to punch holes, keeping that in the centre so you don't see my pen line. The thing is, mine doesn't flick out for some reason. There you go. So I can see the next hole, and then we're going to flip and we're going to do that same there. Can you see the hole? See the little pen mark? And just punch that out. If you haven't got a crocodile like this, I suppose you could just use a hole punch, the ones that Stampin' Up sell. So we've got our holes now, and I'm taking this ribbon because it does look like it should be somewhere on this card. You know, it just goes lovely. And this was gifted to me by the gorgeous Georgie Burns. And if you haven't been over to her channel, please skedaddle over there now. Give us some love. So we're going to just undo the roll. You do need a fair bit. I've cut it at an angle. And we're just going to thread this through. I'm going to go in, out, in, out. Simples. And you can twist this later, get it straight. You can spend a little bit more time. I'm going to pull a bit through because I'm going to come back in. And you can't go wrong if you just start from one of the edges, go in, through, back, up, through, and back through here. I've done the slightly bigger holes because the ribbon is nice and Just fits in there perfectly. And you've got that perfect straight line now. It's all lined up. Isn't that lovely? Yay! Gayna's done something right. So now you can determine how much of this ribbon you want. I just tied a bow. She says, trying to tie a bow. And I've been doing it like this for years, which gives me my tails the wrong way. Apparently if you do it from behind, push through, then my tails will stay where I want them, down here. So it's up to you now how big you want your bow. I'm going to leave a good size one. And I'm going to keep my tails the same length. Am I twisting that now? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. That's better. And I'm going to cut at an angle, and I'm going to trim this one back up because that's the one we threaded through. So that's the only waste I've got. Thank you, Georgie, for my ribbon. I absolutely adore it. So there's our little album. Now we've just got to decorate. So what I've done is I have cut some of this beautiful, because my card is Coastal Cabana. I've got some of this Mango Melody and the Designer Series paper from that card. And this is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8, and this is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. So it's just going to look like the front of my card. So I'm going to attach that on there, attach that to there, and then attach it to there, and then we're going to just do a little bit of stamping. I know this is from a retired set, but I absolutely adore it. And it is from Watercolour Words, and it's this one, Just For You. It's got the word love in there, but I was gifted these little wooden loves letters. Just beautiful, and I thought that Just For You, love, it says. Isn't that cute? And then it got gorgeous, gorgeous. These were beautiful, Denise. So, love it. Love, 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 love. So I've got a circle somewhere. I used the large stitched circles and cropped that out. And I'm going to use the Mango Melody to do my stamping. And this fits just perfectly in there. I got a little bump in my pad, and I just make sure it does it stamps it beautifully. And now I used Black Archival ink back in the day when I realised that the tuxedo doesn't stain your stamps. It will, but after a long time. So there's my gorgeous sentiment. We're going to attach this later, and it's just going to go on the edge of this piece. So I'll pop that to one side. I'm now I'm going to use tear and tape, because tear and tape, I think, gives a lot more durability, especially on projects. This one is not going to be moved around too much. The flaps on this album is going to get moved more than the card front. So, and not only that, when you're using things that people are going to be opening and closing, you want something a bit stronger to keep everything together. You don't want it falling apart in their hands after you've given it to them as a gift. I'll grab my pokey tool. You should always burnish your tape, so when you come to lift off, the glue is well and truly stuck down. So there's my release paper going in the bin. I'm going to line this up. Look at that beautiful flower. Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to make sure I've got a little border all the way around. Perfect. And I'm going to do the same again. I'm using tear and tape. This time I'm going to do long strips. A shorter one in the centre, and then another long one on the side. I've got a project lined up for tomorrow. I'm sure you're going to love it. Oh, it's an oldie but a new one. If you know what I mean. I've gone back to an old card and I've redone it, but in a slightly different way. So now you're all curious. You can't wait for tomorrow night now, can you? 10 o'clock tomorrow. I do apologise for that. So I'm going to lay this. You could put one of these on the back as well. You're more than welcome to decorate. But I'm just going to line this up. Making sure it's a little bit square. And then it looks just right. Looks okay to me. There we go. Now what that is. I don't like that. It's sprayed. Whatever that is. I think it's off the back of the where I've cut. My blades are playing up again, so hence I use the guillotine. But that's the front. Isn't that beautiful? You could always stick one on the back. You could always make one to cover this ribbon if you want. But I think you'd have a really... So I like the fact that it's got a good lot of framing all the way around. So now I'm going to pop on my little... this little circle as well. And again, tear and tape. Love this tear and tape. It's just the best. Again, this is going to get stuck down nice, and always adhere your tape, always, because it's easier when you're coming to take off the release paper at the back. Into my little tin. The other ones are a little bit long. So now, where am I going to put this now? Because I don't want to cover that flower up. Not too much. So I'm going to pop this in this top corner here. Because look how beautiful that flower is. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to peel back one of these beautiful stickers as well. Absolutely divine. And I'm putting that right down here in this bottom corner. Just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now what I'm going to use some Tombow for this. I use Fast Fuse on the other one, believe it or not. And then you could, well, you can't see it now because I painstakingly took it back off slowly and stuck it back down properly. Thinking, oh, you won't see it. Oh, but you can. So I'm not going mentally, I'm just adding a few little drops because I want it to stick all the way down. So I'm just adding dots, little dots, and that way, fingers crossed, it's not going to ooze out onto this beautiful card. So, like I was saying, oh my gosh, I love this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fetch this back in. Oh, I just love it. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And I'm going to grab some normal rhinestones. And I'm going to bling this up a little bit more. I'm just going to add one to the centre of these flowers. Oh, just stunning. And I'm going to pop one more on here. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely love it. So I can just see the centre of that flower there. This one here. Just perfect. And again, I'm going to stick one up here just to finish it off. So that is that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? What a wonderful gift to send to somebody. All I got to do now is fill it with my cards and we are done. I love the way you line. You could eyeball I put the two favourites at the front. That's my favourite. Second favourite. I'm like, they're all beautiful. I absolutely adore them. So I'm going to stick this one behind here because it's bulkier out. And these are quite flat. So they're going at the back of this one. So when the recipient opens the card now, they're going to see that beautiful card. These flaps, I just stop them from falling out the bottom. Tap them closed. You can see there is a good gap there. And again, close our ribbon. And job is a good one. So if you want to be in a chat with a chance to win one of these, leave me a lovely comment. And I'm sorry, it is only open to the UK because postage is horrendous. Because this is half a kilo, believe it or not. I know, yeah, half a kilo. And it would cost, I think we posted one yesterday, and it worked out to be £14.80 in the end. I told somebody the wrong price, and on my head I did get the right price in the first place. Then I added a card inside which bulked it up a little bit more. So there we have it. They're just both so divine. I mean, you could add more embellishments, you could go wild, but I don't think it needs anything else. I think they're just so pretty. I am actually loving this one with the word just touching that beautiful flower. What do you reckon? Do you like them? Would you like to receive one of these in the post? Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the sparkle of those seashells. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You could add your fine tip glue pen and go over these dots and then add some dazzling diamonds. That would be lush, but my fine tipped glue pen is broken. So look at how it's beautiful. Love that. So there we go. I hope you like. I love them, and I will be these are going to be something I'll make for Christmas cards and thank you cards for people to give us for people as presents, so they can say thank you for their Christmas cards. I reckon if we could do one with a little flap at the bottom there and try and incorporate one at the top, so that way we could have the the narrow note cards that Stampin' Up sell. You could get 2 lots of 5 or 2 lots of 3 in there. I don't know. We'll work something out. But yeah, thumbs up if you enjoyed. And if you want to come back and see what I'm going to do tomorrow, it's absolutely cool. I'm not even going to give you a sneak peek. I'm going to be using the Broadway Bound and the Broadway Birthday again. So, come back and see me tomorrow. Press this button down here and the little bell straight away, and you'll get a notification from YouTube then to come and visit and join and watch the next project. So I'm going to love and leave you all. This looks so pretty. They both do, but I'm going to love and leave you, and I'll see you all tomorrow with the next project. Bye.